Hey, good evening, everybody on the internet, and welcome to the show. Tonight we got a good little show for y'all tonight. We gonna be looking at fighting in the NBA. What is wrong with Russell Wilson and Dak? Who? Y'all ready? We ready. It's all sports matter.
Shine through.
Welcome. Thank y'all for joining us tonight on this Friday. This is the All Sports Matter podcast. Go ahead and like, share, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. We also, I believe, on Instagram and Twitter. Not 100% on that, but I feel like we are. So go ahead and like, share, and follow us. Let's jump right into it. Let me invite my brothers in here. Mr. Two Belts, talk to the people. Where you at?
What it do? How y'all doing out there in Facebook and YouTube land?
All over the place. We go bringing this other fella. He not supposed to be at work tonight. We told him to clock out and go do other things, but he decided to show up tonight. So Mr. Amir Poppy Shiraz Ortiz, talk to the people.
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, all sports matters, even if it's my Achilles, my my calf, or my ankle. We don't know which one gave out yet, but we about to figure it out sooner than later. But not right now. Right now,
Should have been doing it now.
I promise y'all. Our producer told him to go seek medical attention, and he did not. So he's getting docked in his paycheck. And
That's dedication.
That is dedication. Actually, you know what? We might give him extra for docking this next fellow because he's always late. Give it up for Smokey Rodriguez, whatever that means.
I am always on time. Let's stop this tomfoolery. I'm always ready. Right? Let's get it. Since I was two.
It's two. Okay. But guess what? We gonna go ahead and jump right into the show. We know what started happening today. The MLB playoffs started today. We had the Guardians beat Tampa Bay today. The Phillies came back on the Cardinals. The Cardinals was up going into the ninth inning, and they ended up losing. And right now, the Mariners are beating the Blue Jays 4-0. How we feel about these games? Amir, you talked about these last night on the show. How you feel these are going right now?
I'm glad the baseball gods have my back and created a little bit of drama. Because I, for one, don't like drama in my life. But I like a little drama when it comes to baseball. Let me throw some numbers at you. Prior to today, the Cardinals were 92-0 in the playoffs. Went up by more than 2 runs in the ninth inning. 93-0. Let's make that 93-1 because they gave up 6 runs today against the Phillies. And on top of that, the Seattle Mariners are in the last inning. In the ninth inning, I believe they're 4-0. Up 4-0, and the last time they shut out anybody was the only time they ever shut out anybody, which was playoffs 2001 when they shut out my Yankees. So they haven't shut out anybody. So we talk a little history, a little drama. Hey, and tonight we still got the Padres and Mets. So a great first day of baseball.
Yeah, I feel like this gonna be a real exciting weekend for baseball. That Seattle Toronto game is in the bottom of the ninth. There's 1 out, and they're trying to put it away. How y'all feel things are going, Braves fans?
Hey, we chilling.
Hey, we're just watching
You're
this.
not rest
play out.
on.
Yeah, it's time to chill now.
Oh yeah, I love the rest. The Braves they ended up coming back on the Mets. They walked them down. They lulled them to sleep, watched them do their thing, and they now they have them a first round
Hold on,
bye.
but
They don't have to do wild card.
JPP,
Jimmy, you asked the
it's,
question, what are y'all
4-0.
doing, Braves fans? And they're like, oh, chilling.
Right.
You know, we good.
What do you want us to do?
Two
He
down.
said-
Two down.
Yeah,
two
not
down.
the Braves.
Well,
Yeah.
as Braves
What are we
fans,
supposed to say?
I guess let me follow up question. Who would you rather play in the second round, the Phillies or the Cardinals?
Me personally, the Phillies,
I would say the Phillies as well.
the Cardinals, they got a couple of guys that are dangerous, and then y'all gave them a pitcher that's equally dangerous from the Yankees, Mr. Montgomery. Last time I checked, Goldschmidt and Arenado is still there. I think I'd rather have the Phillies.
He said
Not,
that.
and that's not saying much because I think the Phillies got a great team as well.
Right. But if you had to pick between the two,
Right.
it's definitely the Phillies.
Oh yeah, you know, everybody knows when the Cardinals make the playoffs, they usually make noise. We get that. But do you want a division rival? Which Phillies are a division rival, you know,
Right.
and they had a great season, not as good as the Braves and Mets, but that team is just as dangerous. And remember, it's a short series, best 3 out of 5. So you're talking Aaron Nola, you're talking Zach Wheeler, who pitched great today, and Noah Syndergaard, you know, also. So can't sell short those pitches to Philadelphia.
The Thor of now is not the Thor of old, though. He's more
He's
like so. I mean, yes, he still has that mystique about him, but it's not. I think 5-game series, I'd rather see the Phillies than. I mean, that's just me. I think I'd rather see the Phillies over the Cards. The Cards, their offense scares me.
And they can get
And then
hot
they got
any
two
second. They can get hot.
Let me ask you the
any
same
second.
question, Jimmy. Since you're chilling as a Dodgers fan,
Yeah,
who would you rather see, the Mets or the Padres?
With their impeccable postseason record, I feel like I would rather see the Mets because late season they like to give they like to choke. So I think I'd rather see the Mets than the Padres because the Padres like to do stuff. Even though the Padres are without arguably one of the best young talents in the game today, I think I would rather see the Mets.
You'd rather see. Oh man, that's a rough one right there. I mean, you'd rather see Scherzer, DeGrom, Bassett in a 5-game series.
Yeah, because the Yankees and the not the Yankees, the Padres have been given. I mean, not so much toward the end of the season, but they had been given the Dodgers fits this season and part of
It's division games,
right?
Obviously, and that's why I have brought up the fact the Phillies and the Braves, they want to play division games because they're usually closer than what it says on paper. Division games are always going to be a little grimier because they know each other.
Right.
Both teams know each other.
Okay, and since Jim brought them up, and you're wearing that cap, who'd you rather see? Guardians or the Rays, right?
Oh, the Rays easily. Those young guns out in Cleveland are having a blast playing base. They don't care about who's in front of them. They're just up there butting the ball, hitting opposite field. This guy, Jimenez, got his. When they traded Francisco Lindor from the Guardians to the Mets, everybody was like, "What are you doing?" This was just two seasons ago. Who they got back in return was the starting second baseman of the All-Star game, Andres Jimenez. And this kid hit it everywhere. As far as at bats, I wouldn't want to play against the Guardians. Bring me the Rays any day of the week.
And I guess since you're joining the division, what you just had to say against us, well, not against, but your rebuttal to us choosing the Phillies,
right.
that goes equally as hard. And as JPP pointed out, Mariners beat the Blue Jays. It's a final.
Over.
4-0.
Yeah, it just went off.
It just ended, right?
Just happened.
Yeah.
Luis Castillo pitched the gem today, just like I called it yesterday. I called it. They were win
You
game one,
did.
and the Blue Jays better get their heads out their butts. They're gonna, win the next two. But I knew Luis Castillo. He was built for this moment. He was going to come out and pretty much shut him down.
Man, how about that?
He went 7 innings, right?
That was a great pickup for the Mariners at the deadline.
Yes,
Yep.
it was.
He went 7 innings, right?
Huh?
Yeah,
He went 7 innings with it, right?
yeah, I believe he did.
I think he went 7. God, Jesus, he was nasty. Wow. Okay.
So yeah, what was the question you was about to ask, Fleck?
I think he asked.
Him choosing a division rival.
Mhm.
I would choose the Rays over the Guardians based upon how the
Okay.
Guardians are playing. You know what I'm saying? Is to me, that's the lesser of two evils. Now, if I had to pick between the Blue Jays and Mariners, I'll pick the Mariners because the Blue Jays, those bats are hot. And then the division play does come into play when it's the Yankees and Blue Jays. So, but I think the Guardians are this year's wild card. And Luis Castillo happened today.
Yeah.
So, again, it's just the lesser of two evils.
I feel like
And see, that's how I felt about. I mean, and I guess I didn't articulate it that way, but that's how I felt about the Phillies versus the Cards.
I feel like the
The
division.
Cards, I think they're a much more dangerous team. Yes, they lost today, but I think they're the more dangerous team of those two.
Yeah, and I just feel like all the divisional round games are gonna be dogfights. It's not gonna be easy wins by no means in none of those divisional rounds.
No, I think I'm gonna echo what Amir said. You said the division rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Amir said yesterday on his show that he thinks the wild cards are all going to go 3 games, and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But yeah,
I'm actually
go ahead.
going to throw in one more really quick. I think the Guardians will end the Rays in 2 games. I think that'll be the only series. The way they played today, composed, calm.
Wow.
They didn't have to use their bullpen, which is a big deal in the playoffs. Shane Bieber went on through 8 innings, and Emmanuel Clase, sorry as they say it, but he shut him out. Yeah, I don't see I don't see the Rays coming back.
You posted a fun fact about that game on in the Pride and Passion group. What was it?
So for the first time in Major League Baseball history, 2 guys with the same first name, Jose, hit a home run against 2 guys with the same name, Shane, in Major League Baseball history. Not even playoffs, history. So Jose Series of the Rays hit a home run against Shane Bieber. Jose Ramirez hit a home run against Shane McClanahan of the Rays. Crazy. Yeah.
You know, that's what we do here, folks. We give y'all the craziest trivia facts ever. You gonna need this one day. You gonna be at a trivia night and they gonna ask that question and it's gonna be right there. You'll be like, thank you.
When he put that up, I thought that was pretty cool.
Now, another thing that started today, because I don't know where we're going with that. Another thing that started today, the NHL. I believe all 4 of us have been very upfront with all of you as far as, you know, not really following hockey like that. But we'll give y'all some information as soon as we get some information. We do know they like to fight in hockey. I love the fact that they fight in hockey because they throw hands. So, you know, if y'all like it, then we like it, and we'll give y'all some information. It's all sports. They matter. We don't know a lot about hockey because that wasn't what we did coming up, but it's there. It's a sport. So we go report on it when we have something to report. We gave y'all the stuff about the playoffs last year. That's what we do.
I just want to throw in there, as correct as you are, the Edmonton Oilers are the favorites entering the season to win the Stanley Cup. You obviously got the Tampa Bay Lightning, who at the end always seems to be in the finals because they've been in 3 straight finals. I think we got a Tampa Bay Lightning guy watching the show. And that's all I got. So yeah.
So and speaking of those fights that hockey have, let's talk about what's happening in Golden State right now. I feel like Jordan Poole has learned very quickly to keep his mouth closed when it comes to Draymond Green. What's going on out there in San Francisco and Golden State and with the Warriors, with the W's?
I think I'm the only one that took Draymond's side on this whole.
No.
No.
But go ahead.
No.
Yeah,
Go
ahead.
ahead. I was just saying. I thought I was the only one that took Draymond's side on that one.
All right, what you think?
I don't know. I mean, without me knowing what was said, I can only go off what I saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I saw was, Draymond and Jordan Poole, they were saying something. Something was being said back and forth. Draymond walks over to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole pushes him, and then he got sent to the Twilight Zone. That boy don't know what happened next.
He did. And JPP, that was not a sucker punch, sir. Jordan Poole.
Yeah, that wasn't a sucker punch. He was right in
he
his
put
face.
his hands on him first, and he squared him up, and he swung.
No, we're not doing this. That was a sucker punch.
How was it a sucker punch? A sucker punch is you don't see it coming, right?
He didn't see it coming. That's why he ended up in the Twilight Zone.
He pushed him, so he got hit.
How do you think? Look,
how do you
think he ended up in the portal of the Twilight Zone if he saw it?
So Rob, let me ask you this.
Seemed like his fault.
And by no means would I ever punch you. But I'm just saying, if I walked up to you and you pushed me, and I'm in your face when you push me, right? Yes or no?
So, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Okay, you push me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I swing. That's a punch. Like, how is that a sucker punch?
So
a sucker punch is one that you don't see coming.
So first off, let's establish this right now. If somebody walk up on me, I'm not pushing you. First off, I'm getting my lick first. I'm going to get my lick first, and I'm going to make sure my lick is followed by 2 stomps, a choke, an elbow, and a
whoa, sir! Don't incriminate yourself live on this show.
But
the thing is,
we're speaking hypotheticals, but I know what you're saying.
Jordan Poole got physical first. I'll say it that way.
He did.
Regardless of what was said or me walking up to you, Jordan Poole got physical first.
So when you push somebody, you should be expecting retaliation, right?
That lets me know you want some kind of beef. You push me, you want some kind of beef. Why would
retaliation got to be expected? You pushing people.
So this is my next question.
Draymond chested up on
they will be able to get back to a team concept after this without having some type of conflict in the locker room. Because I'm be honest with you, when I see Draymond, if I was Jordan Poole, whenever I saw Draymond, I would literally pull up to practice like this.
Trae Young.
We'd be fighting. We would fight every day. We would have
Jordan Poole ain't got enough behind him to pull up on Draymond like that. Number one.
Trae Young said Draymond must really be trying to get to LA.
That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be.
But Draymond went in and apologized, right?
He apologized because they were, they were talking about taking action.
And then everybody started saying, comparing Jordan, punching Kerr, and they went on to win.
Totally different.
There was no video evidence that Jordan punched Kerr.
He just told us. Right. He just told us.
Right. So
he just said,
how does Jordan Poole come back from this when that's going to be running in media for the next week or so? That, you know what I'm saying, he got sent to the Twilight Zone. Amir, you quiet. Talk to me, Amir.
I got a long list, but I'm trying to keep it short. Okay. These are millennial NBA basketball players. First off, ain't nobody ever thought about fighting. Okay, just throw that out there. Because in the NBA, we all know they chirp. Nobody throws a punch. So this is new to us as far as seeing on video. Because we ain't seen a fist fight since Chris Childs put a 2-piece on Kobe. Or,
Wait a second, sir. Whoa.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Mamba.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Bring the Mamba into this because he ain't had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
But that's a great example, though. So
all I'm saying is we haven't seen, I guess the terms a fisticuff like this because we've never seen it. I'm pretty sure it happens. With that being said, this is a team event, right? So everybody talking about he needs to be suspended indefinitely. The NBA ain't touching this.
Yeah, the NBA.
The NBA is not touching this.
Yeah, I don't.
They won't touch this.
No.
This is the same reason why Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald is still playing. Never got this is a team. You know, when he swung the two helmets on the Bengals, and everybody was like, "Oh, he needs."
It was a practice.
He needs to go to therapy, and it's not happening. This is a team event. What happens in team practice? They chirp all day long. Okay, so now I'm with Fleck when I say that Jordan Poole initiated contact because it was obvious. We saw it. Draymond probably was the aggressor after something was said. It's a shame because we don't have the audio.
Right.
Because all it takes for Draymond, because that's who he is.
He's a chirper.
That's just his reputation.
Yeah.
We never seen him swing, but we always thought one day he would. Okay, and he did exactly what his reputation, has preceded him. Now, the fact that we saw this on tape,
no game, though.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm a point guard and Jordan Poole is covering me, I'm dribbling, let the ball bounce. I'm gonna do this, and then point because we just saw the video. He got folded.
As soon as he say something crazy, I'm going to get Draymond for you. Shut up.
That's me.
Speaking of the video, like whoever the video person is for they about to be in some trouble. Like, how do you let that get out? How do you let that get out?
Action. Yeah,
so Golden State Warriors did release.
I'm sorry.
Golden State Warriors did release a press statement saying that they're looking for the mole on how that video did get out. Because first off, no practice video is supposed to be in public anyway.
Right.
So the fact that did get out and somehow TMZ got it within 5 minutes.
Yeah, they got it.
They're looking for somebody to take the fall on that.
Can I address something real quick that JPP said? Real quick. He said that the Golden State Warriors can win without Draymond, but they cannot win without Jordan Poole.
That's false.
Say that again. Say that again.
He said the Golden State Warriors can win without Draymond Green, but they cannot win without Jordan Poole. And I'm gonna look at the camera like this.
So he's saying that they need Poole but not Green.
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna ask you, JPP, what the hell are you talking about? I need you.
Haberdashery. What are you talking about?
We bringing you on the show one of these days because you need to explain yourself. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
He's their Dennis Rodman.
He's their Dennis. Exactly. He's the dirty. Dirty.
He plays his role. He plays his role good.
That was ridiculous.
I think
he's a key cog in that.
We'll put him on timeout from commenting.
Jordan Poole got them to the playoffs. They had a lot of injuries.
Jordan Poole had some good games.
Jordan didn't show up in the playoffs.
I'm not.
He got him there.
But if everybody,
I'm not saying that Jordan Poole isn't an important piece.
Right.
To say that they can do it without one and not the other. That's the part.
Jordan Poole didn't show up in the finals.
He did not.
Jordan Poole was not present in the finals.
Right.
He had a couple of big moments.
And so for you to say that they don't win the chip
with the Warriors.
But see, it was said that they don't win the chip without Jordan Poole, and I feel like that's a complete falsehood.
I can't agree with that.
I can't co-sign on that.
And it's also been proven, when Draymond got suspended, they was up 3-1. They lost that without Draymond. Those are facts.
You know basketball. You know what? I'm tired of you right now, JPP. We go mute you for a second.
No, that was Michael Hagan said that. Unless you know basketball.
Oh yeah, my bad, JPP. Mike.
No, but he's right though. He said you don't know
what
he does for that team until he's gone.
That's what he's saying.
If
you don't know.
That's correct.
I didn't read the whole thing.
You don't know.
Jimmy, you getting heated and you ready to throw a punch.
Yeah, I didn't read the whole. I didn't read the whole thing.
Basketball.
Slow down, Draymond. We don't need you to
get I was going straight to Draymond mode. My bad. My bad for everybody involved.
There it is, right there.
Go ahead.
He brings the culture of disruption, and he needs to be put in his place because his behavior will get worse if he doesn't have consequences.
But who's going to put him in his place, though? Nobody.
But what has he? He plays his role. What has he done other than something that shouldn't have got out anyway? What has he done that make you, like that's
like
what he does. That's what Rodman did. Rodman got under your skin as a player, and that what made him effective.
He definitely had the mailman wanting to fight him all the time, sticking his finger up his.
Draymond is 80s cutout put in this era. He's an 80s cutout player that is here to get dirty, grimy under the core of some of these weaker players, and he's taking advantage of it. And I commend him. I think he's doing the right thing. I just wish he wouldn't have teleported your boy into the damn underworld like he did. But hey, it is what it is.
He folded like a chair.
What was you about to say, Amir?
Sorry, Amir. I think he does need to see some type of consequence, though. You just can't punch, but. It doesn't come out to the NBA. The team needs to handle Draymond. If they want him around, which I think they do, they need to handle this and say, hey, he's going to sit out, blah, or he's going to pay for, something needs to be said to say this is not okay, because it's not. And I'm
sure they'll find him and probably sit him like the first game. You can't sit him in a playoff in a preseason game because that don't count. They'll probably sit him the first game or the first half or something like that and give him a fine. But
if that video hadn't came out, would you still feel that way?
No.
Yeah.
If it had just came out that said, Draymond and Jordan Poole got into it at practice.
No, the moment they use the word punched, that's when you got to say, whoa, we were from punch to a haymaker. We wasn't just expecting a small punch. What we saw was an accordion going down. And everybody was like, whoa.
They got folded like a lawn chair.
I'm sure.
But the moment the word punch was used, I already knew something had to be done. Now, obviously, seeing the video, that's even worse.
They say without him, Mike said without him, the whole team comes off soft. They'll get pushed around. He literally distributes the ball. Steph don't find those shooters. He does. And JPP said Trey Green is not his first time. I don't. Oh, and also Rob, they said it's time for you to upgrade your background jerseys.
Theo, don't worry. I'll trade them out. They just been sitting up there hanging out for a little while. I'll trade them out real soon. I don't have a Tampa jersey. I'm sorry, though.
I guarantee you, if Golden State traded Green, that would be one of the biggest mistakes they made.
I figured. Yeah, they don't want to trade Green.
That'd be a huge mistake.
Because
if you trade him, then who do you have to do the dirty work?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
They don't have those players that are capable of getting in there and battling with 1 through 5.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and anybody can find those two guys, but can't everybody make that pass? Because you go into one of them two, so all you gotta do is fill a lane and somebody can steal a pass. He finds a way to get the pass through there when you think he's not going there. So speaking of passes, because we just go flow right on through there. What the hell going on with Russell Wilson? And because
are you asking me?
The next time,
don't ask me.
The next time you on the goal line and you pass the ball, I'm like Richard Sherman said, run the dang ball. What's going on? I don't understand. I'm asking anybody who won't take this question. Go ahead,
bro. He left Seattle and forgot how to play football. That's what it looks like. It's starting to make me wonder if he was a product of Pete Carroll's system.
It does. It does look like the system is amazing.
I hate to say that, but I mean, I don't even know who this guy is quarterbacking for Denver.
Because if you look at
the Russell Wilson that we've known for the past 10 years.
Because he's on the downslope, Geno Smith is on the incline.
Let me tell you.
I'm just asking, is it the system?
It could possibly be. I saw a picture when I got up this morning because I turned the game off at halftime because it was just boring. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They said they keep playing Future doing warm up.
You petty. Who it is, Theo? You petty. Don't do that. But they do. They playing Future. I don't know why they're doing that. I saw a picture. It was a guy on the right side of the field, just standing in the end zone like this.
Hamler. It was Hamler.
It was because
he was wide open.
He was like this, and Russ just like It's 17 people over here, and nobody's over there. I don't know what Russ is doing.
That's the second time he did that in that game. That was the second time.
Maybe he was thinking about his jogger suit. I don't know.
Again, like I said, it's starting to make me question whether the Russell Wilson that we knew was a product of what Pete Carroll's system.
I feel like that's.
Or is it just he's in his 11th year and he's not good anymore? I mean, I don't know. I'm honestly confused about this one.
I mean, he in his 11th year and he going downhill, but then you got Tom Brady who's 77 years old and.
Well, yeah, but not everybody's Tom Brady either.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that people keep comparing Tom Brady playing until he's 80. You know what I mean? Like, you can't.
What a punch right there. My bad. The TV just showed it and it triggered me. My bad.
So, I read something that no casual fan, no hardcore fan, or no fan of any team should ever be able to read in public, and that is Nathaniel Hackett, we all know, is the new coach of the Broncos. And he said, and I quote, that last play, I left it up to Russell Wilson. So in other words, that's end quote. In other words, he was like, that's all him. The culture in Denver is just not working. Now, let's take it back a couple weeks ago. When they didn't, that time management, they didn't know whether to kick that field goal. They didn't know whether to waste the time. They were looking at each other like Hackett's telling Russ, what do you want to do? And Russ is saying, coaches, what do you want to do? And they're both with their hands up like, nobody's calling a timeout and nobody's running the play. Now, Hackett's like, this ain't on me. No coach should say that ever. I don't care if you got the worst quarterback in the league. You own it somehow. I'm saying all that to say that combination and that culture of that team ain't working. I'm with Melvin Gordon. If y'all saw that picture, he's staring him down like, what is going on?
Yeah.
That's everybody in Denver right now.
I mean, the fans
is not working and is not going to get better. I'm sorry.
The fans, I mean, when you're getting booed at home,
constantly.
I mean, it's not like, fourth quarter, we're losing and they're getting booed. Like, this is first quarter, first drive, and they're booing.
Right. And what's the likelihood that you're gonna continue to see Denver in primetime games if they keep going like this? Because you had a Sunday night game.
They don't have flex, so whatever primetime games they have scheduled, we're gonna see them.
They're on Monday Night Football next week.
They are. So we're gonna see them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have
the only time they get flexed out is on Sundays.
Yeah.
NBC is the only channel that can flex games. Outside of that, you go to see them on Monday Night Football and you go to see them on Thursdays.
I guess it was a good thing.
At what point do we, and I guess you kind of brought it up, like, at what point do we start saying, okay, this ain't working, this Hackett-Wilson relationship ain't working, we got to do something. I don't know what it is we got to do. Like, who's the backup in Denver? Do we even know who the backup in Denver is?
Have no clue.
Y'all go ahead.
One guy went for one snap and he went in the tent, but I don't remember who it was.
I have no idea, but I'm sure our statistician can find it out. First of all, Fleck, that's a dope hat.
Yeah, Brett Rippon, Mark Rippon's son. Yeah,
I was saying that was a dope hat.
Brett Rippon.
Yeah, Brett Rippon, Mark Rippon's son.
I did not know that. Wow.
Now, the only thing I will defend Russell Wilson, if y'all realize he still has the arm strength. The ball is getting there. What is it? The issue Russell Wilson has to be up here because what's going on here in his eyes is not working. So I'm not defending Russell Wilson in that, but his arm strength, it's there. He's zipping those passes, and I don't know if it's the play calling. He's not rolling out to give him time.
It's not. The vision ain't there then because
the vision is definitely not there.
How do you lock on to and I'm still using that 4th and 1. How do you lock on to the left side of the field and you got a guy over here on the right side wide open, nobody anywhere near him?
Because he come out the huddle and he knows where he wants to look. He already knows who he wants to go to, and you could do that in Seattle when you got DK Metcalf, but you don't have DK Metcalf now.
But he ain't always had DK
Metcalf. It's not even that. Cortland Sutton is a good wide receiver.
Right. I mean, he has receivers. He has a
Jerry Jeudy is a good wide receiver.
I know this. But
he got Jerry Jeudy. He got Jerry Jeudy. He has KJ Hamler. He's got a great offense. He got a whole myriad of weapons, but I don't understand that last night. Like, that was completely crazy to me. And the only reason why, and I see somebody put on there that Hamler is trash, but the only reason why is he's not throwing the ball to him. He is literally not throwing Hamler the ball. That's why Hamler flipped the hell out last night, because he's literally wide ass open.
I don't care if I ain't caught any passes.
Right.
If I'm wide open in the end zone, hell open, and you don't even look at me, I don't care if I'm your 8th string receiver and I'm in the game. If I'm wide open, you don't throw me the ball. Yes, I'm going to be pissed. As he should.
I'm pissed.
As he should.
Yeah. He snapped like
I don't care about that. Like,
you don't miss Tim Patrick.
I just saw Tim Patrick. I just saw.
I don't even know why y'all keep reading that dude.
I just saw this just in. The NFL Players Association has agreed to the new concussion protocols, and they're trying to get the league to sign off on it because they want that to start before the games happen on Sunday. So we're gonna be looking at some stricter and stronger concussion protocols. And
I mean, we saw that last night.
We saw it last night, and that was
last night with Hines. As soon as he stumbled, they ruled him out.
Right, but that was just the team trying to make sure that they were covered and not do like Miami did.
That was what the NFL.
At the end of the game, that linebacker, they took him out. They called time at the end of the game to bring him out.
Yeah,
but they didn't play after he got hurt.
Right, and it came from an agreement that they were putting on a table, but nobody had agreed to it yet.
No, they said last week that it was going to be in place for this week's games. It just wasn't in writing. It just wasn't in writing.
I'm just telling you what the thing just reported, sir. Don't jump on me.
No, I understand that. I'm not arguing that.
I'm messing with you.
Y'all are hilarious.
I got to do it. And where else did we go? Look, speaking of this concussion policies and all this stuff, what's going on with injuries? Everybody it's a rash of injuries, high ankle sprains. People been breaking legs in Achilles been going on, MCLs, ACLs.
I think OBJ said it best on that, man. They need to get rid of that turf.
I was just about to say, is it the turf? Because
I mean, I don't play on it, so I don't know. So I only have to go off with the people that do this, and they're saying that turf is tearing their bodies up.
Right. So, I can see it because I saw it. It was a couple of years ago when the 49ers played the Jets and the Giants 2 weeks in a row and lost 7 people to the turf because they played in the same stadium. So I don't. It could be the turf. Could very well be. Somebody said Michael Thomas is lame.
No, but Harding made a good point. He said, makes me wonder with all the equipment upgrades and the rules to protect players, it seems we're having more problems, and it does.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
You're trying to bring that stuff out there to improve player safety, and it seems like it's just hurting them. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but you're definitely seeing an uptick. But in a lot of times you didn't see the injuries back in the day because a lot of stuff didn't get reported as much as it's getting reported now too. They had to go out there and still try to play through those injuries. So, I mean, is it better to try to play through the injuries, or is it better the way they're doing it now?
I mean, depending on what the injury is, I guess.
Yeah, what type of injury are we talking about? Yeah, the concussion thing. I'm glad they also mentioned about the concussion protocol right now and how they passed those tests because they failed the baseline initially. So that when it comes to testing during the season, it looks like you don't have a concussion because you failed the baseline test. So you literally are doing either equal or better than the baseline test. So it needs to be a lot of changes. But turf is one of those things they need to look at because the Falcons have always had issues with players going out with turf toe all the time. Cordell Patterson is out right now with turf toe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's just tearing their bodies apart. So it's about time they need to start looking at it. possibly moving on from turf.
Yeah, you saw what happened to Deion Sanders at the end of his career. He went out with turf toe, and he was getting paid by CBS and the Baltimore Ravens at the same time, and now that toe has been amputated. So
yeah, Deion walking around him with 9 toes. It's ridiculous. We don't even need to know him like that.
What you got, Amir?
I don't think Deion Sanders' foot problem got current foot problem got anything to do with previous turf issues. Just want to make sure that the world knows one doesn't corroborate with the other. Just want to throw that out there.
It's possible. We don't know.
I'm not. Trust me. I limp almost every day, and I'm limping now. Well, with that being said, I think when I saw, I'm a Giants fan, obviously. When I saw Sterling Shepard, literally a half walk, like what we used to call in the military a range walk, and he blew out his ACL when he wasn't even doing anything. That's a cause of concern.
Doing that,
obviously, and Kadarius Toney trying to nurse his hamstring and blew out his other hamstring while rehabbing. That just happened yesterday. That's why he's out. New York / New Jersey wide receivers always had issues on that turf. And Jimmy, you said it right. The Jets and Giants on that field. It's the turf. I'm sorry. It is the turf. I think Green Bay is the only place that play with grass, maybe. I don't know.
I think Arizona, the Cardinals do too, because they roll their grass in.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
that's
what everybody should do there, honestly.
Yeah.
And yes, it hurts the fantasy teams, and it hurts the real teams, and it's hurting these wide receivers.
Right.
And it's not a good sight to see. Non-contact leg injuries, and I don't know what the numbers are, but I guarantee you they're increasing, and it shouldn't be that way.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely increasing. So, I just hope that they do something to fix it and do it soon, because you're losing these young guys too early. And at some point you have to start caring about the players themselves. Yeah, you're in the business and you care about the money that these players bring in. But guess what? If these players ain't on the field, people will stop buying their jerseys because they're not on the field. So how can it be my favorite player if he's not playing? So
right.
you need to do something. And speaking of turf, we will go ahead and move over to the team that used to be called the fastest team on turf and try to figure out what is going on with the Los Angeles Rams, the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. What's happening? Or as it was put last week, the Cooper Kupp show.
That's basically what it is. Go ahead, Amir.
I'm gonna be real quick with this when I let y'all talk. I think this will be the only time I agree with Tom Brady. Everybody's 2-2, and there's a lot of bad football.
Yeah,
his words, not mine.
Right.
There is a lot of 2-2 teams. Obviously, the Rams is one of them. There's
the
a lot.
NFC West.
Okay. So
the entire.
I don't think it's. I can't answer what's going on with that team because the other Super Bowl team that went to the Super Bowl, they're 2-2 as well. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens have led every game up until like 3 minutes and 30 seconds or whatever that statistic is.
They can't close it.
And they're 2-2. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm not trying to go. I'm just gonna say give it time. Give it time. And Jalen Ramsey sucks, and I'm out.
He does. And I was sitting there and let me get this little quick piece in there real quick, Fleck. And you can time me and if I'm I know, but you can time me if I go over 30 seconds, just cut me off. I was looking at the game, and as a 49er fan, I went in and I was like, the only thing they got is Cooper Kupp, so all you gotta do is stop Cooper Kupp. And I know you shouldn't be like that, but that's really what it was. Why isn't Matthew Stafford looking at his other receivers? Because you signed Allen Robinson for a reason, right? So what's going on there?
They brought in Allen Robinson to basically take Odell's spot. Allen Robinson is not Odell. And that's what they're finding out with that one. But I think with me, I think it's something still wrong with Stafford's arm, to be honest with you. I think that they didn't whatever he had going on in the offseason with his arm. I don't think it's 100%.
Yeah, he had elbow surgery.
You know, nobody's 100%. You know, but there's something going on there that we don't know about.
He did have elbow surgery. We do know that. So
right, but I think it's that. I mean, that defense is not what it was last year. They're really missing Von Miller, and I think they know that now. Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it's one name that's not being mentioned, and I think surprisingly he's being missed. Is Van Jefferson?
Yeah,
that's one name.
Having a Van Jefferson out there, yeah, he's not the A+ type of superstar that you will see a wide receiver, but Van Jefferson was part of that Super Bowl formula that worked last year.
He was their vertical threat.
Yeah,
and they don't have that.
He is not on that field. Now, what's also going on with the Rams? Y'all don't warm me up. I'm not trying not to go into it. But Akers and Henderson came into the season hurt. Both of your starting running backs came into the season hurt. So that also, if your running game ain't working, Stafford's elbow is not going to make up for it. You lost Van Jefferson. Cooper Kupp is being triple teamed and still making catches, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So that's what's wrong with the Rams. It's more questions than answers. And Cooper Kupp can't do it on his own. They need more weapons. They need to spread the field a little bit more, and their running game needs to get off the ground. Losing Andrew Wentworth is huge. All-pro lineman, that is huge. Guess what? He's out. Somebody else comes in. The running game ain't working. Stafford can't do what he's doing because when he takes a step back, guess what? They're in his face like this. That O-line is not the same. And until they fix that or get a little bit better, because obviously there's no free agents that can save the day, they have to get better. They have to. If the Rams are going to win this division. Because guess what? They don't. Jimmy, cover your ears real quick. Jimmy G is going to come in here and win that division. I said what I said. If the Rams don't get their crap together, Jimmy G is just enough that the 49ers are going to win that division. And I am not a 49ers fan, obviously. But who else in that division could say, pick me?
Seahawks.
Yeah,
Geno playing
Geno
like
Smith playing kind of.
Geno balling.
Not with that defense.
I'm not saying that he's gonna. I'm not saying that they're gonna win the division. Like I don't want everybody coming for me saying that.
No.
But Geno's balling.
No, it's not Geno's fault. It's that defense. The Legion of Doom is gone. Okay,
Legion of Boom.
Yeah, whatever. What you know? What I'm saying they're gone. They got the Legion of let me walk you to the end zone now. That's what they got out there. Right, and that's going to be a demise because on offense they look good enough, obviously, to get anybody. But the 49ers right now seems like that team is put together to win a division.
They starting to get. The
49ers defense is looking like I saw some stats where they were like almost like top 5 in like all the defensive stats.
Right. Yeah, they starting.
That defense is balling.
Yeah, they're starting to get into a good groove. We just got to get that running game off the ground. I see people in the comments talking about how the Dallas D-line is the best D-line in the league. Mike, you tripping. But speaking of Dallas, I hear people out there, all them Cowboys fans are saying, Dak who? Because they happy about Cooper Rush, the first quarterback in history to start 4-0 and have a passer rating above 90 in all starts. Y'all giving up on Dak already, Cowboy Nation? Talk to me. What you say?
I'm waiting on you to find a Cowboys fan on this panel.
Oh, no, not you. I'm talking about Michael Hayden. I'm talking about Michael Hayden because he a Cowboys fan. I need him to.
That's why I was sitting there like, wait a minute, you got somebody coming in I don't know about?
No. But so do y'all think it's an overreaction? I'm asking that question like I don't know the answer already. Are they overreacting in Cowboys Nation about this whole Cooper Rush situation?
Yes. I'm gonna be real quick again. I'm gonna try to be real quick. While you let those thoughts marinate, Fleck. Until the Rams and the Eagles next week, let's see how those games turn out, and then we'll talk about is Cooper Rush the real thing? Because he's real. I'm not denying it. He's real. That's a good quarterback. But Is he better than Dak? I don't know yet. We'll see. They had the advantage of a light schedule to help them across that. I give them that. But they're about to play some real teams coming up here shortly. So we'll see how that goes.
I think what Cooper Rush has allowed the Cowboys, he's allowed them the luxury of not rushing Dak back. Let him get healed, because Dak is that's your quarterback. I mean, Cooper Rush is not Dak. I mean, I'm sure we can all agree on that. Cooper Rush is not Dak. But he's playing well enough, he's playing good enough to allow you to not rush Dak back on the field before he's healthy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's my take on that.
Rob, Smokey.
Son, what more do you say? They already hit all the marks right now. I'm like, what else do I say to that? And they hit it. Like, why rush? There's no need to rush him in. Like, Cooper Rush is giving that luxury, because we know Cooper Rush is not taking you to no Super Bowl.
Well, Rob, answer this then. Say Dak comes back and loses his first game.
Fleck, are you froze?
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think Fleck froze
he's
there.
Froze. Yeah, he's froze.
Okay, I thought I was tripping.
No, he's froze.
But say Cooper Rush runs through the gauntlet, and then Dak comes back next week against the Eagles, and they lose.
They are going to lose, but I'm still not going to change my stance on it, just because I don't think it would matter either one of them were on the field. I don't think they're going to beat the Eagles, period. I really don't. I don't think they'll beat.
Eagles got to lose sometime. They ain't going 17-0.
Yeah,
no, they're not going to go 17-0. I can tell you that right now. But I don't think they're going to lose to Dallas next week. I think they're hot right now. I think they're really hot right now. I think when you get closer towards the 10th game is where you're going to start seeing that possibility of them dropping a game. But right now, while they're hot and their defense is playing the way they are and their offensive line has gelled the way they have, that wide receiver core is insane. And I just think they're in a groove right now, and they're just playing at a level. But it's going to be a battle, but I don't think Dallas will beat them next week.
And that's exactly what I was about to ask. Somebody just said the Eagles haven't played a D like Dallas. That's what I was about to say. Has the Eagles played a team with a legit defense yet?
Well,
they beat Detroit, Minnesota, Washington, and Jacksonville.
So let's dive into that.
But they're not there yet.
Yeah, let's dive into that, because I was just about to say Jacksonville defense is not terrible. They're not elite, but they're not terrible. They have a good defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play next week. What Dallas defense are we going to see? Are we going to see the one that we've been watching for the last few weeks that looks all world? Or are we going to see the Dallas defense that falls apart like New Edition in the clutch? And I'm just saying that because at some point in time, that's what happens with the defense. For some ungodly reason, they just fall apart all of a sudden. Michael Parsons is playing out of his mind. I love it. Lawrence is playing phenomenal. Diggs and all the secondary, they're playing phenomenally. But at some point in time, they're going to hit a buzzsaw. And I just don't think I think Philly is that buzzsaw right now. Now, do I think after that Philly game, they're going to make some adjustments and be extremely dangerous? Yes, I do. I think after that game, they're going to make some adjustments. And Dallas defense is going to be a problem after next game.
Okay. Now, let me ask y'all this question real quick, because we were talking about, whether or not somebody should switch quarterbacks, and we all knew Dallas wasn't switching quarterbacks. The New Orleans Saints, should they stick with Andy Dalton? Because we know Andy Dalton is starting this Sunday. Should they stick with him and continue to let Jameis Winston rehab, or should they try to rush him back?
Oh, well. It's almost like saying, do I eat black licorice or red licorice? They both suck. They're both horrible. So,
but I mean, the red Twizzlers
no
is better than
the
black Twizzlers.
No matter how you go, they both are horrible. So I don't know how to go with that one.
He said the Jets should put Flacco back in.
I'm gonna go with option. I'm gonna go with option C on that, Jimmy. Y'all just got done paying Taysom Hill all this money
He hurt
and not using him.
Who is y'all?
Why not? Why not just use him? He's not. What I'm saying is Jameis is hurt. Stop. I'm saying Jameis is hurt, and Andy Dalton is just not Andy Dalton for the Marvin Lewis Bengals days. Why not? That off. You know what I'm saying? Why not? That's what I'm saying. Why not?
Taysom Hill not hurt.
He didn't play last game. He was hurt.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown last game. He played last week. They have him starting at tight end. But
he missed one game. He missed one game.
He missed one game before that. Never mind.
Yeah, he missed.
Didn't they just draft a rookie quarterback too?
No, they Ian Book. That was last year.
They don't care.
Yeah, from Notre Dame.
They definitely don't want Ian Book.
So
but what I'm saying is, all that money to do what? If I'm front manager, I'm like, we just spent all that money.
Well, let me tell you something. He got that contract before Sean Payton left. I don't know what him and Sean Payton had going on. I don't know if he had something on Sean Payton, but he was getting that money from Sean Payton. As soon as Sean Payton left, they was like, okay, you're no longer a quarterback. We're putting you at tight end because we're not about to do this with you.
Look,
but they still playing at quarterback.
I just want to address the Facebook where, in case you guys blurted out the one sentence I said before then. I said Winston is hurt. Andy Dalton's not that guy. Why not play Taysom Hill? The comment says we can't throw. Well, guess what? None of them can throw.
Yeah, I mean,
we're just
really
trying to figure out what to do with that offense. And if I'm upper management, I am putting the pressure on the coach. He is getting paid a ton of money to just play special teams. But that's what I'm saying.
But they tried that last year when James Winston got hurt, and they saw that he wasn't that guy. That's why they moved him to tight end. And you got Chris Olave there. Jarvis Landry may or may not play. Mike Thomas, I said it before and I say it again.
He's already out.
His Twitter handle is can't guard Mike, and he's 100% right because he's never on the field. So how can you guard him? So what can you do? Will Kamara be back? Who knows? I know they just lost one of the running backs off their practice squad because
Latavius Murray.
Yeah, he got snatched.
Denver snatched him up.
Yeah, he's in Denver.
Saints lost a couple of players off their practice squad.
They did, and who's that? Lattimore. I don't. They say Lattimore was a good cornerback, but he be getting roasted the same as Jalen Ramsey. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, because we going on a rant and the people go start getting mad that they go start saying I'm hating on the Saints. Who cares?
You are.
At this point,
really, you are.
I mean, who really cares, right? It's the Saints. I don't care. At this point, we're in week 5. What is the biggest surprise for y'all in this young NFL season?
How bad the AFC West sucks.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, for me, I thought that was going to be the toughest division.
Yeah.
On paper, that was the toughest division. And man, Michael Hayden, the Giants, that's another shot.
Yeah,
how good they're playing.
The Eagles,
that's
the Eagles, we kind of, we were.
I didn't expect them to be this good.
Them and Dallas were going to be
right. I didn't expect the Eagles to still be undefeated, to be the last undefeated team.
Like, I did not expect them to be the odds-on favorite to go to the Super Bowl.
He said Fields' quarterback rating.
So okay. When we had the AFC West preview show, what did I say? I said, until the Chiefs are defeated, I'm not buying a hype.
You know what? You 100% did. You 100% did. And you know what? You did it.
It's all it is. It's hype. Every year is hype. Now, yes, I am just as disappointed as you are, Fleck, because they should be better. They should be. Because one thing that the Broncos was missing with all that talent was a quarterback. And just last year, Russell Wilson was actually a good quarterback.
And they're still missing
until he changed colors.
They're still missing the quarterback.
It's Space Jam, I'm telling you.
Let's ride. The let's ride. That's what did it for him.
It's Space Jam.
I told everybody stop crowning Herbert as the MVP. That those posts and that other social group that we sometimes, might read and communicate with. I knew that they was. No, I'm not even going to talk about that. We know the answer to that. And the Raiders are the same team year in, year out. And guess what? Mediocre at best. I don't know. They changed the culture. Gruden is gone. Got that. but the West has definitely been disappointing, but not surprisingly to me. That's all I gotta say about the West.
Yeah, I mean,
what about the Packers as well? I'm really surprised at how inept their wide receiver room is right now. And I knew it was going to be rough, but I didn't expect it to be this level.
I mean, we knew that was going to be. We knew their receivers were going to be that. I mean, you had Sammy Watkins as your number 2. So I mean, that right there lets you know all you need to know about that. About that, but I mean, they're still 3-1. I mean, regardless of how they're winning, they're winning.
They're winning. So, you got a good defense.
Yeah, I like Romeo. That's what I was gonna say. Romeo Dobbs, man. I mean, I like that kid. What was he? A 6th round?
I think he's gonna be nice. Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's balling. I like him. Harding just tricked me out of him in one of our fantasy leagues. I like him.
Well, speaking of bad trades, how is Keenan Allen working out for you?
Next topic.
What kind of water burger? A good burger, home of a good burger.
Welcome to home.
That's what his resume is showing.
I mean, hey, I had to try something. I needed a receiver. I had to try something. Well, all I saw was Herbert and Allen. Let's do this.
Okay, so on the flip side of that trade, though, we all knew. I knew Keenan Allen is injury prone. I didn't expect him to be this early for this long. But on the flip side, we talking about surprises. James Robinson of Jacksonville is a surprise. Coming off. Let me finish the sentence. Fix your face, Fleck.
No,
coming off the injury.
I agree with you.
Coming off the injury that he suffered, nobody expected him to be this good based off the injury.
I knew he was going to be good. I just didn't know how much ETN was going to eat into his production.
Right. And
ETN is not on the field enough to eat into his production.
He plays just as much as Taysom Hill at this point.
So I knew, I mean, it wasn't that I thought James Robinson sucked or anything, because Jim, you can even tell him, I told you, hey, I don't really want to give up James Robinson, but I need a receiver.
Yeah,
did I not tell you that?
He didn't want to give him up, but I went ahead and took him, and it was a lot of talk that I lost the trade and stuff like that. And
these two,
I went ahead and did it. It was done, but
Oh, the trade obviously has worked out for you. And I told you, hey, I rescinded my hate. That's a thing. Did. I can rescind hate.
You did. And, the crazy thing, the same thing happened back in when what that boy name was for the Falcons when he had got real big. The little short one.
Who are you talking about?
Warwick Dunn?
No, not Warwick Dunn for the Falcons. It was a few years ago, but he didn't bounce around the league since then. I just said
running back.
Yeah, running back.
Tevin Coleman.
No, he was running alongside
Devontae Freeman.
Yeah, Devontae Freeman. Somebody had traded me Freeman for a receiver. He thought he was getting over. I'm not gonna say his name right now because he might be watching, but he thought he was getting over in the receiver.
Well, Health and Cheeseburger got the Freeman.
Was it Marcus Betts?
I feel like it was, but the receiver got hurt, and Devontae Freeman the very next week went crazy, and I was able to keep Devontae Freeman for 3 years until he stopped producing. So, this is what happens. Got a new commentary team on SmackDown. I know y'all ain't watching, but it's a new team.
You're lying. I'm watching it.
I didn't even realize it's past 7:00.
Yeah, I got the notification on my phone.
What you mean I'm lying? I'm not lying. It is a new commentary team.
No, you're lying saying we're not watching.
We're not watching.
Sorry. Pardon.
But I'm not.
Yeah, I know you're not. Couple of other real quick notes because it's obviously past 7:00. This weekend in NCAA football, we have the Red River rivalry. Y'all looking forward to that?
Say that 3 times fast.
Say it a tongue twister.
There's too much happening.
Didn't they say Ewers is coming back to play, right?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah.
He'll be back this week.
So
you got
it's going to be
Oklahoma
over.
Is not Oklahoma. Oklahoma has been struggling. Didn't they just lost their starter? Didn't Gabriel get hurt?
I think
last game.
I think he did. I know somebody did. They did lose somebody.
Oklahoma hasn't played Oklahoma football the past couple of weeks.
Right.
And it's crazy because they brought in who they said was a defensive guru coach.
Right.
In Venables. So it's kind of mind blowing. I thought
right.
that'd be much better.
But
General Booty came in here.
Man, his parents hated him.
I'm gonna tell you that the game that everybody's been waiting on is happening tomorrow. Is the Alabama Crimson Tide against the Texas A&M Aggies. It's not
preseason. We were waiting for that game. Now I don't want to see it.
It's not.
Preseason, yes, we were definitely waiting for that game because of what happened between Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher.
It's not even
about to be. Now you see Texas A&M is garbage. They are garbage. If Alabama doesn't win by 4 touchdowns at least, I will be surprised.
Let me tell you something. If Alabama don't put up 83 points on Texas A&M, they owe everybody money.
Well, we owe y'all money because we ain't going to do that, but we're going to rip their shirt off, though, in front of everybody. They're going to get mauled tomorrow, literally, because once Will Anderson gave the interview at SEC Media Day and said, you know what, I'm not saying nothing right now. Everything I need to address will be addressed on the field on that game day on October 8th. I knew it was really good.
I actually think it's going to be a close game. Alabama hasn't been Alabama this season, and Texas A&M hasn't really lived up to the hype, and they survived some games they should have won. It's going to be a close game.
Well,
yeah,
but they don't have their starting quarterback. Remember now, Texas A&M.
Saban ain't going to come out and say it. But you know he got this one circled.
Well,
he's gonna try to rip Texas A&M throat out.
And you got to look. Texas A&M starting quarterback and second string quarterback both are hurt for the season. So now they're going to their third string quarterback, who is a freshman, who hasn't seen the field all season long, and he'll start the Alabama A&M game in Tuscaloosa at night. That game is going to be putrid. We're going to literally maul him to death because we're probably going to blitz him like almost every play.
Somebody asks, is Bryce Young playing Alabama?
No, I doubt it. I don't want him to play. I want him to stay out this game because we got Tennessee coming. And Tennessee is not the Tennessee of old.
Hell,
you need everybody healthy to play Tennessee.
The backup came in looking like Michael Vick.
I'll tell you something.
Yeah, and that's the other part. My second string quarterback is amazing.
Look like Michael Vick.
I don't know why LSU is so excited to play Tennessee tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Y'all crazy as hell. Don't do that to yourself. All right. Y'all go ahead and catch this.
Let me tell you something. That quarterback that they have at Tennessee right now is every bit of the truth. With that wide receiver core, he is nice. I like him. I think he's insanely tough. So it's going to be, it'll be interesting. But yeah, I don't want Bryce Young to play tomorrow. I want
Michael Hayden. It's Milroe. Milroe is Alabama's backup quarterback.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and Milroe is phenomenal. And yeah, he doesn't throw like Bryce Young, but also he runs a lot faster. He is the fastest person on our team easily. He did a clean snatch of 425, I think it was. 425 clean snatch. So at a quarterback. So that lets you know he's not to be played with.
Right. Yeah, he is nice. Also, so since we didn't go on over our quick hour, a couple of things that just happened. The Padres Mets just started, so that game's going on right now. That should be a good one. One thing in soccer, Lionel Messi, he announced that this will be his last World Cup. So after this World Cup, he will not be playing in any more World Cups. Shout out to a legend in the world of football.
Number one.
Rob, what you got for me?
Hold up. Before you go to Rob, okay. Are we making our survival picks?
Yes, sir.
Oh, make the picks.
sir. My bad. I almost skipped.
Come on, man. Hey, you done had an hour to make it. Let's go.
What we doing?
If I make this pick, I'm doing it under duress.
Stop it.
Which means I will not be held liable, and I can change it at any time because I don't went back and forth with my pick for.
I can give mine
weekend.
Because I know what mine is. I already gave mine.
You go ahead, Rob, because you already gave yours. Go ahead.
Right now, with the depleted roster that Atlanta has, and they already were trash anyway, I have to go with Tampa because I know they're going to get back on track. Everybody's already coming in hot, heavy, ready, healthy off the top. We got a healthy Godwin. They said this will be the first time that Brady's had a full complement of wide receivers since game 1. I'm going with Tampa.
All right. Big Rob got Tampa. All right. You want to go, Fleck, or you want me to go?
I mean, for all the reasons Rob just touched on, I'm going Tampa.
You going Tampa?
I mean, I've been going back and forth between the Bills against the Steelers, the Bucks against the Falcons, Jacksonville against Houston. I'm going Tampa Bay over Atlanta. For all the reasons Rob just said. Atlanta, they're missing, Kyle Pitts. They're going to be missing Cordell Patterson. They're starting they got 2 rookie running backs behind them, Caleb Huntley and Algier. Marcus Mariota. I mean, he still got Drake London, but I mean, for all the reasons Rob said, Tampa.
All right. Amir, while you still thinking of yours, I'll go ahead and give mine.
Somebody asked who Minnesota's playing the Bears. Whoever asked that.
So but they got injuries too.
While that is an attractive choice, picking Minnesota, I don't want to pick Minnesota. And at Tampa Bay is also a very attractive choice to pick, as is San Francisco going into Carolina. But I think I'm gonna go with, and you mentioned it earlier, I think I'm gonna go with Jacksonville beating up on the Houston Texans. You want to take the easy ones when you can get them. Now that's not to say that the sun don't shine on the dog's ass every other day. Sometimes, so a broke clock can be wrong twice a day. So Houston could pull it out, but I'm going with Jacksonville this week to go ahead and continue their dominance over the AFC South and do what they need to do.
Hey, Amir, before you get started, I think they're asking what injuries for Minnesota. Dalvin Cook still is not fully ready to play right now. So that's a major injury in that game. We're still talking about Kirk Cousins. You don't know what Kirk Cousins you're going to get this week. I'm just going to put that out there. He may throw 6 interceptions, or he might throw 6 touchdowns.
Right. I'm not fooling with him. Kirk Cousins.
That's a perfect segue to Rob just said. I am going with Kirk Cousins.
Let's go.
This is what's it called? A non-prime time game where ain't nobody gonna be watching this game. Ain't nobody gonna be tuning into the Bears and Vikings at 1:00 Eastern. Kirk Cousins, for some reason, if it's not nationally televised, he's actually a good quarterback. He craps the bed during nationally televised games. I don't know why. It's the same people in the stands every time, but for some reason he plays on TV and can't do that. I am going with Minnesota. I have been going Minnesota. I was originally going with either the Bucks or the Niners, but as I look down the list and I kind of got me being the unofficial commission, I kind of see where everybody's picking beforehand. A lot of people are picking both of those teams, as well as the Bills. Throw that out there because a lot of people throwing with the Bills, but I wasn't never going with the Bills. I was always leaning on the Vikings beating the Bears. That's my
question. Wait a minute. Are they playing in Chicago first off? In Chicago, right?
They are playing in Minnesota.
Okay, yep. Never mind. Because I was about to say, if it's Chicago, you might want to look at the weather.
No, I did. Trust me. I looked up all that.
Gotcha.
All right. So there you have it, folks. Y'all heard our picks right here live on the show. So we can't change our picks. Picks are in. Rob.
Well, Amir already put the waiver out there for him.
Yeah, this is under duress.
He's not under duress. What are you talking about? You did your research.
That was well thought out.
That was
very well thought out. Yeah,
it'll give the people in the survivor pool a reason to tune in from now on. We'll start doing our pick
start doing them on the show. I guess the Thursday games just don't count, so don't worry about those.
Well, I mean, if we want to pick somebody on the Thursday game, obviously we can't wait until Friday.
Right, but you know,
I don't trust any Thursday Monday night games ever.
Exactly.
Exactly. Can't fool with it. Rob, what you got for us? You got any facts for us, or what's happening?
I'm gonna hit you with two. I'm gonna give you two chances at it. I'm gonna give you chances at two questions. Right. The first one is there's only one NFL team that has their logo on one side of their helmet. Only one.
Steelers.
What team is it?
Steelers.
Jim says Steelers. You going with Steelers?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Amir?
Yeah, that sounds right.
It is right. It's so yeah, you did right by going about him with that one. That's a good one. And who was the first baseball player to appear on a Wheaties box?
On a Wheaties? I kind of want to go Bo Jackson.
Sound like
I know that's not right though.
It ain't.
It's not.
It ain't where it's supposed to be at.
For some reason, I'm leaning towards Jackie Robinson.
Okay.
It wasn't Jack either. They put Jack on that years later.
Huh?
What do you say, Flat?
I said Bo Jackson, but I know that ain't right.
Jim?
I'm gonna go with Nolan Ryan.
All of those are great choices, but Lou Gehrig.
Wow.
That was my third choice. That was my third choice.
Lou Gehrig was the very first baseball player to appear.
That was going to be my next guess.
That was my third choice. I had Babe Ruth in between.
The Padres just hit a 2-run home run, by the way, in the first inning.
Yes, they did. With 2 outs. Yeah. With 2 outs. This little redhead boy with the ADD.
He's about to get himself killed. He's about to get himself killed. I'm sitting there looking at it. And also, sponsorship time. Hey, Flake,
there you go.
What were we going to say it was?
There you go.
Flake, what were we going to say it was?
Hot vagina.
Hot the vagina. That's terrible. Don't tell the people that.
But this is a VSOP Hout de Vigne. Vigne. French cognac, VSOP. No. I haven't touched Henny in like a year and a half. Once I found out about Total Wine, Hennessy, I kick that in the trash if I ever see it. Very good, has nice little vanilla flavor into it, real smooth, no aftertaste whatsoever. Great sipping cognac, and yeah, we're looking for sponsorship, so send it our way. That's all I'm saying.
And with that being said, y'all got anything else, fellas?
It's questioning that.
No. What you sipping on up there? Who you talking to, JPP? Rob just told you what he was sipping on. But something like
the Flask.
Oh, the Flask. The Flask. That's the Rock and the Flask. Don't worry about that. That's passion fruit Ciroc.
Ciroc.
But you know, I don't know what's happening. Well, with that being said, we all know that some like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like NASCAR, volleyball, and boxing. But here, all sports matter. We out. See y'all next week.